go, I go, you stay, I stay, one song to sing.
Nothing like an orange monster to start the day. Productive day. I'm going to get a lot of work done today. Still trying to get ahead for the week because I will be gone the last half of the week. Gonna visit my boy CG, and then I'll be at the Europa again, reminding you guys, Friday, Saturday. Let me double check the times. So Friday, I'll be there 2 to 6, and then Saturday pretty much all day, I think, 11 to 5, chilling. So come to the Man Sports booth and say what's up. I'd love to meet you guys. Shorts? Second day in a row? Feels funny. It's really... I'm so used to just wearing joggers and having my legs covered up. Shout out to my boy Max. Everford shorts. These are comfy. Max, I need another pair. Please. This guy. 1 week post contest looking lean and mean.
Hey man, trying to keep up with you, man.
Yeah. So they checked out the campus. Where are you guys from?
Utah.
Portland, Oregon.
Names?
Patera, Hing.
Tamo.
Okay. So you guys gonna start canning macros?
Yeah, I've been on a 5-year bulk plan, so
There you go.
it's gonna be a long time. So.
Oh yeah, Transporter of the series, last episode of the first season. Waba Grill, Diet Coke, my subs for my first meal, vitamin C.
You gonna run again?
Calcium, magnesium, D3, multivitamin, and fish oil. And yeah, I found the Transporter of the series on Netflix, and I think I posted something on Snapchat asking about it. And I really liked all the Transporter movies. How many are there? Three. The Transporter of the series is like, I don't know, it's super low key. I never heard anybody talking about this show when it came out. I think it's on TNT. There's 2 seasons so far. I don't know if they're making any more, but I watched the first episode and it was pretty good. A lot of people say that it gets boring after a while. And the guy that plays Frank, which was Jason Statham in the movies, they don't like. People were saying that they like him. He doesn't do the part justice, but I think he does it pretty well. And you can't compare the freaking TV show to the movies. Obviously, probably the TV show has a lower budget, obviously, but he drives around the Audi A8, which is cool, and there's like a Audi R8 that's in there featured, and each episode is different. And he always hooks up with a new girl. He's like a pimp. But the action is good. I mean, it's pretty similar. You can't, like I said, you can't compare it to the movies. So I'm on the last episode 12 of season 1. I just bought the season 2 on iTunes, and I'm downloading it to the iMac or my MacBook Air, so I can maybe watch a couple episodes on the plane when to Texas and on the way home. Because I can never sleep on the plane. Yeah, when I went to Chicago, that's the last time I was on a plane. I really can't sleep. It's so loud. It's like tight. I can't sleep, so I'd rather watch something or listen to music. But anyways, I'm going to watch this last episode while I have my lunch here. I'll check in with you guys in a bit. Dessert.
Let's go.
The one thing that I have to mention about this show is I wonder, I don't know, I just always question stuff. TV shows are going to be far-fetched and all extreme, but the action is good. I mean, it looks legit, but he's driving in the freaking city. I think he's like in Europe, all over Europe, but he's driving crazy as hell, and he never gets pulled over. He never runs into a cop. It's like, you drove like that in California? It's like 30 seconds you'd be pulled over or run into a cop. He just drifting all over the place, and he never runs into any cops, which is crazy. And then I think one thing I noticed is he gets in fights with like all kinds of people, bigger dudes, and he gets hit, but he's never bleeding. I don't think I've ever seen him bleed.
I know you have her somewhere. You need to.
I got a majority of the orders done. So now I will be doing the mobility video. I have Say No More playing in the background so we don't get copyrighted. I'm having it on repeat. So here I have the band set it up. This is the 100-pound band resistance band. For this one, the spinal decompression mobility, I prefer, or I suggest using a higher resistance band as you can find. The heavier the better, because you want that pull, you want that tension. So I'll show you guys how I start this mobility, how I get into the position that way it's pulling decompressing my spine. So first you want to tie it to the bar. Higher the better, but for video or just instructional purposes, I'm gonna do it on the shorter bar so I can get into the band easier and quicker. Alright, so here I have the band set up. So you're gonna come from the inside as I'm doing right now. You're gonna try to get it on your lower bar or your lumbar as low as possible. So right above your glutes, as I showed with my hand. It's tough getting it to that part, or to the lowest part, doing it by yourself. So if you do have someone there to help you, it's great. But you're gonna have it as low as possible, and then you're gonna slowly go down, drop down. You don't want to get into it too fast, and then you're gonna get your hips right under the pull-up bar as under as possible, and then you're gonna come from the outside. You're gonna hook your legs in, and then here I'm scooting in so that my hips is right under the pull-up bar, and then I like to throw, or kind of like extend my hips, or push my hips against the band, I guess that's what you say, but so that it pulls it. That's how I feel it's pulling. Some people just have their legs down, and then you can also move side to side just to wiggle out that spine, and then slowly work your way in so that your shoulders is on the floor only and you're straight up. You want to hold this for at least 5 minutes. In this video I'm only doing it for like a minute, just instructional purposes. Once again, I don't want the video too long. And then once that 5 minutes is up, you're gonna slowly come up as slow as possible. And then you're gonna want to lay back down. Lay with your feet up. Prefer, if you have a stool, do it on, or have your feet up on a stool. But just let that back lay straight flat on the floor. And you also want to lay down just for like 5 minutes. You can even have your legs bent like this. Lay down for at least a minute or 5 minutes and let it relax. And then you're gonna also slowly come back up for this. And then I like to after the band spinal decompression, I like to just hang on the pull-up bar and let gravity pull you down. So what it is, you just relax your feet and then just let gravity pull on your feet. It's decompressing your spine the other way around. Instead of band pulling you up, you have the gravity pulling you down on your spine. And you want to do this for a couple minutes as well, or like 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Just hang on and relax. Let go of your core and let go of your spine. Alright, that was the spinal decompression hip mobility video with the bands. Now I'm going to show you, not the hip mobility, that was the spinal decompression. Sorry. Now I'll show you the hip mobility with the bands. And I'm going to take I believe this is a 65 pound, one below the 100 pound resistance band. So I'm going to take this resistance band. You want to find a resistance band that is easy to work with, but then once again, that gives just enough tension to pull out your hips. So I'm pretty sure most of you guys know this hip stretch with the bands. What you're doing is you're wrapping the band around one side around one knee and the other one around the other, but while the band is being wrapped under your lumbar or over your lumbar. So you're gonna take the band. Make sure you like evenly balance the bands as you're doing this. You don't want one be pulling on one side more than the other. So how we started, you're gonna have it wrapped under the knee. Make sure it's even once again. And then pull it, wrap it under your lumbar, and pull the other side under the other knee. So it's gonna look like this. Here's the front, and it wraps around the lower back. Then you are gonna go up to a wall, get as close as possible, kind of like in your squat position. You're slowly gonna work your way out until to the point where it's uncomfortable. You're gonna hold it, and then you're gonna hold it for at least 15 seconds, and then work your way out even a little bit more. You're gonna really feel a stretch in your groin area. That's just, the band is just pulling your knees out, so it's stretching that hip. This is great for post squats, because it's a static stretch movement. It's not much of a dynamic. So you want to do this post workout, not pre. Or at least a day before, maybe, or 2 days before your leg session. It's great for sumos as well. It just really opens up that hip. And then you're gonna do a couple reps I believe it's adduct or abduct. I forgot which either or, but you're just gonna do a couple reps of these, just squeezing, just so it resets basically, and then now you can go wider. I'm not gonna do it for that long, once again, just for instructional purposes. Keep the video short, not too long. And then another great mobility, hip mobility with the band as well is basically lunges. So you're gonna find a sturdy post. So maybe the squat rack's the best post to use. You're gonna take the band, tie it around the post, and then you're gonna take the loop end, put your leg through it, get it into your groin area as far in as possible, and then the leg that's being wrapped with the band is the one that has the knee down to the ground. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna push your hip through the band and forward. It's a basic lunge. You don't want your right knee or your opposite knee to go past your toes as well. You can hold it or do several reps, slow contracting reps, and just get that stretch in the hip. Ooh. And how much ever you do, or however long you do on one side, you gotta do the same on the other. It's a great hip opener. These mobility will just make you more aware of your hips and the muscles it uses. That's all for today, guys. You can also use the foam roller for your roll out your spine. When using the foam roller, find that spot where it's more tense or more sore than the others. Hold at that spot for at least 15 to 20 seconds, and then roll it, and then repeat. Just keep finding that tense spot and hold. And then you can also use hip circles for mobility for your hips as well. And just a bunch of different static stretching, like the praying dog, butterflies. I'm pretty sure you guys heard of most static stretch for your lumbar and your hips. Anyways, that's all. I hope you guys like this video. And also, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
You go, I go, you stay, I stay. One song to sing.